So, I'm a welder. What do you think about that? So, I thought it could be fun to talk a little bit about my experience as a welder and go through my average day. So, let's get down to it. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to get ready for my day as a welder. And drinking water, because water's important. I wake up at 4:55 a.m., or at least that's when my alarm clock goes off. I have that 5 minutes to lay there if I want to, but then I get up and I do my devotions and I do my stretching so I don't end up old and crotchety in my 40s or 30s. After that, I run down to the bathroom and get on my clothes. So I'm looking a little bit more alive, and I've got my gear on for the day, sort of. I like to wear a turtleneck because I like to not have sparks fall into my underwear. So you can stop that with a turtleneck. Over that, I have a long sleeve shirt, and I have my sweater because it's getting cold. It's November, and it's getting cold in the shop. My boss doesn't like to turn the heat on. I also have the pants, and I got 2 pairs on today. I wear the same clothes all week, which sounds kind of gross, but my logic is if you're going to get gross and filthy every single day, the same type of gross and filthy, why not make 1 pair of clothes gross and filthy rather than 4 or 5 pairs of clothes, which then all just have to be washed anyway. And I don't really sweat and stink a lot, so it's just the smell of what the shop smells like. I mean, you're there to weld. No one cares what you look like. So when I get to work, we clock in and we go to our stations. There are different kinds of welding. I'm a production type welder. Things I've produced in the past have been plow blades for plowing snow. I was making aluminum trailers at one point, doing everything from start to finish, which was pretty cool. Challenging, but pretty cool. And right now I'm doing doors. So this isn't like the door you look at, this is the frame that goes inside the door, and the doors are for like ATV type vehicles. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, and that's what you can see me doing in the video. I get started. It takes me about 13 minutes to do 1 door. There are 80 some welds on the door, and there are 20 some parts to assemble before welding. I will put the door together, weld it, and clean the splatter off, reposition the door, weld, clean the splatter, reposition it again, and then I'm done with the door. And during all this time, I'm checking to make sure that my welds are good and not ropey, not having holes in it from porosity, not missing what I'm supposed to be welding, and also trying to check to make sure that I haven't missed any welds or forgotten. When you have 80 some welds on something, it can be easy to forget. And you know, when you're doing it all day long, you lose your mind and then forget things. So I'll get off on some sort of tangent in my mind where I'm thinking about, ooh, I want to make a cake that looks like it's floating. How can I do that? And then I realize that I've missed a weld. I haven't been doing plow blades recently, but that's the job that I started with first. I got, we were doing 8-hour days at that point, and I got 118 plow blades in one day, which was like we're running. And then I went and beat my record again and got 124. So my partner and I are just scrambling the whole day, and it was like, get out there, the second breaks are done, and just working hard. and I don't really want to beat that record again because it's tough. And you also need like the small plow blades, and you have to have it perfect. You can't run out of wire, you can't run out of gas. It has to all kind of be perfect to work out. Now we've switched to 10-hour days, 4 days a week, with Fridays off. But some of the new people haven't gotten even 100 in a 10-hour day. And I did 124 in an 8-hour day. So it's kind of like, you need to get your rear in gear here. We need to get these done. As you can see, my respirator has left little marks all over my face, but they should disappear by tonight. And I have a long weekend ahead of me, so they'll have a chance to recuperate. In my free time, I like to make products and utilize the welding skill, making signs or basically signs. I want to do more artsy kind of things and maybe do some furniture, but there's so little time in this world. You gotta make YouTube videos, right? But I will. Soon-ish. After work, obviously, then I have like 4 hours before I go to bed at 9, and I try to do stretches before bed and try to get things done in that 4-hour window, showering, eating, and then working on whatever projects I might have. Just like any other. Thank you so much. See you next time. That's what you do in production welding.